Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Monday. Sean Azimi with sidegigshawn.com in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. You like how I squeezed sidegigshawn.com in there? I don't brand myself. I'm not like sharing that with you. I gotta share that with you. So tonight, man, whew, I'll tell you what, this is one of those days that is pretty special to me, right? Martin Luther King is a special day to me because I may not be black, but I have a dream. You may have a dream. Hey Jenny, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. I was wearing this because it was really cold. Now I'm warm, so I'm gonna take it off. It's a big day for me, and I really appreciate this day. So happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day to everybody. And let's talk about the speech, right? I mean, this is the speech that has literally changed not just like U.S. but the world, right? I mean, this is one of the most famous speeches that we have in history. So you would be interested to know some of the facts about this speech. I was really really surprised actually with what I learned about the speech. Yes, cheers to the dreamers. So you would be interested to know that MLK, when he was preparing for this speech, let's go there. So August 28th, 1963 is when he delivers the most famous speech, I Have a Dream speech, at Lincoln Memorial. One thing I gotta tell you is, while I was preparing for this is a kind of a transparent moment. While I was preparing for this live, I've broken down so many times with this live. This is such a, like I said, this is an emotional, I don't know, it's kind of it kind of hits home for me, that kind of a thing. So it took me a while to prepare for this. I had to take breaks and then come back, and literally. So I'm going to try to hold it together towards the end. So you'd be interested to know that August 28th, 1963, Lincoln Memorial is where MLK delivered this speech. And most people know that already. I mean, that's like, most people know that already. What you may not know is that they actually started to prepare for this speech the day before, on the 27th. So MLK and his advisors are in the lobby, if you would. Hold on one second. Okay. I gotta control my emotions sometimes, because then I start stuttering like crazy. I gotta calm my mind for a second. Okay. Bob. Wow. I close my eyes and there's Bob. Bob, how are you, my man? Welcome. So thank you. So the day before, on the 27th, is where they sit down and they actually want to prepare for this speech. His advisors are sitting down and they're thinking like, what are we going to talk about? What do we say? And his advisors are like, well, maybe you should talk about politics a little bit. And he was a Baptist preacher. So they said, maybe, well, you can kind of bring God into this and start talking about the gospel. And MLK turns around and says, how about I tell him about the dream? How about I tell him about the dream? And the advisors tell him, listen, That dream, that whole I have a dream thing is it's old, it's dull, it's tiny, it's not a good, it's no good. Don't go with that. It's just, that's not it. So the next day, 28th, in the afternoon, he's standing in front of a crowd, and he's about 11 minutes in, I want to say. And it's a good speech. I mean, you know, people are getting engaged and people are like, oh, okay. And it's a good speech, but it's not a great speech. It's a good speech, but it's not a world-changing speech. It's a speech, but it's not one that gives you goosebumps or brings tears to your eyes after all these years, and I wasn't even there, right? So 11 minutes in, and it's not really like going the way he thought it was going, right? It's not just grabbing everybody. So Malia Jackson, who was a former gospel singer, I believe, she screams out, tell him about the dream. I don't know why. Tell him about the dream. So, hold on. Off the camera, wipe the tears. So he starts, I have a dream. I don't know why this is so emotional for me, but it is. Hold on. When I get emotional, I actually stutter more, so I gotta calm my nerves. So she says, tell them about the dream. So he starts at the top of his lungs. He says, I have a dream, right? I have a dream. And then you see this shift in the audience, right? You see some people with like, just like really in now, right? Now they're really into this. And he starts picking up speed. I have a dream. Oh, thanks for the stars, Jenny. Thank you, thank you. I have a dream that one day, white kids and black kids can walk down the street together. Now, and on it goes, and it becomes one of the most famous speeches, right? I don't know why I'm crying so much in this live. Anyway, transparency moment. So my question, I guess what hits me the most is this. The day before the speech, in his crew, the advisors, were dream killers. They were killing his dreams. That's the whole reason why everybody was there. Because of all this stuff that he had been talking about in street corners, in churches, in neighborhoods. That was the dream. His own advisors are killing the dream. That changes the history of the world. Now, you may not be MLK in the making. I don't know. You may be, you may not be. But I can tell you that even if you voice it, even if you don't, you have a dream, or you may have multiple dreams. Maybe it's not that one day black kids and white kids can walk down the street together in equal. Maybe that's not your dream. But I guarantee you have one. And if you can't think of it, you gotta dig deep. Gotta dig deep because it's in there somewhere. You just didn't come here like, you know. So, and I want to share this with you. If you can't think of that dream now, imagine how many dream killers have killed and destroyed your dream to a point where like you don't even remember or know your own dream. Hey Stacy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I don't usually bring people on unless we've arranged it, but I love the fact that you're here. Congrats on your book, bestseller on Amazon. I love that. I appreciate that. So thank you for joining me here. Maybe you can circle back, watch the replay, watch me all in tears and everything. But what I want to share with you is this. You have some kind of a dream, maybe a little tiny one, maybe a huge one, it may be whatever it may be, it is yours. Own it, right? You own it. But I'm here to tell you that you may have your closest people, your family, your friends. That's why it hits hard for me, because I relate with that. Family, friends, closest family. I'm not gonna share stories, right? If you're gonna have these people around you that are gonna be just like spraying dream killer spray on you. You know, it's like every time you speak, it's like they just like spray your dream with like dream killer. You heard it here first, right? And it's like, it just totally kills you, right? I want to tell you this. That there is a Malaya Jackson inside you that is screaming out to you to tell them about the dream. There's that voice inside you, the Malaya Jackson voice that told MLK, screamed out, Martin, tell him about the dream. The dream, my man. Oh man, sorry. Hopefully it's joy tears, right? Tell him about the dream. Now, I want you to listen to that voice instead of your advisor's voice. I want you to switch the channel for a couple weeks. Switch it. Change the channel. Change it to, I'm not going to pay attention to my advisors spraying this, dream killer spray all over me. I'm going to flip the channel and listen to this little tiny squeaky noise inside me saying, tell him about the dream, Martin. Tell him about the dream. And if you shut that voice, imagine if MLK had not listened to Malaya. Imagine he went on with his politics and speech. Imagine what would happen then. Well, not a lot of things, right? The civil rights movement. It wasn't like, oh, let me go from here to there. It was a movement, which means a shift happened. It happened because he stopped listening to naysayers. And after all these years, decades, some Persian guy who does lives on Facebook talks about him and starts busting up in tears. Now that's a freaking dream. That's a freaking dream. That's like a mega dream. That's like a dream on steroids. I'm asking you to inject some steroids into your dreams. Listen to the Malaya Jackson in your heart and tell them about the dream. Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this live. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your feedback, your comments below. Hey, if you got a dream, you want to share it, drop it. And don't just say, I want, dream, like a black and white kid walking down the street holding hands and equal. That's like descriptive. Get descriptive in your dreams. And if you're brave enough to share them, drop them in the comments below. Let this feed grow. If you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. And this is Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com. And until tomorrow, where we do it all over again. Much love.